But we begin with new details about the arrest of a Connecticut police officer charged with illegal possession of explosives and guns. Thanks for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Jen Bernstein.
And I'm Ben Goldman. That officer accused of having dozens of illegal explosives at his property. Fox 61's Gabby Molina combed through the arrest warrant for that officer. She joins us now with the latest. Gabby.
Well, Ben and Jen, that officer also owns a canine training business in Naugatuck, and the arrest warrant reveals that it was a former employee there that first raised some red flags about how those explosives were being stored. New Canaan canine officer David Rivera facing a judge on Friday after being arrested for the illegal possession and storage of explosives and firearms. Rivera owns Black Rock Canines in Naugatuck, a canine training business in which he allegedly used explosives for training purposes.
No, I'm really not going to comment on the case or, try the case here. The warrant does make reference to what his side occupation was and whether it was related to that.
An employee reported Rivera to police after seeing how they were stored. According to the arrest warrant, they were held inside a steel red explosive storage magazine, close to a kennel where many of the dogs are housed. That employee told police the magazine only had one working lock, and inside were multiple Tupperware containers and tackle boxes. The warrant states one Tupperware was labeled TNT and another as Cas Booster, and the containers were showing condensation. According to the warrant, Rivera told his employees this month that he had moved the explosives to his home in Stratford. When investigators executed a search warrant there earlier this week, they alleged they found dozens of explosive materials in the garage, unsecured and accessible to anyone. In addition, some of the explosives had started to crystallize, indicating they were extremely unstable. Investigators say Rivera did not have a license to possess the explosives, and according to the warrant, he told his employees he was allowed to, quote, under his badge. He's out on a $250,000 bond, which his lawyer tried to get lowered on Friday.
The judge needs to assess balance between seriousness of charges and risk of flight or the risk of not appearing in court. I thought the bond was higher than it should be. The judge respectfully disagreed.
Rivera is also facing gun charges. He's accused of illegally holding on to guns for one of his employees. The warrant states that the guns were also stored improperly. He's due back in court next month. In the studio tonight, I'm Gabby Molina, Fox 61 News.